Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 468. We're here for episodes 14 to 18 of number 1 Sentai, Gozyuger. 14 picks up right where 13 left off, where our maid, who's the Red Racer from Car Ranger, has now become basically a delinquent. Yeah, this is a nod to basically the villain organization from Car Ranger, where she's got this coat, this metal bat with nails, and she's wrecking stuff. And the whole thing in the episode is like, we have to get her free from the corruption, which they do. At first, they chase her out of the city, of course. They even try to have her slip a banana peel to delay her thing because they want to find my people. So you get outside the city, and then eventually you have Ryogi just battle her for a while and break her bat and proceed to use a special move to free her from the corruption. And this happens like roughly halfway through the episode because we have to include a number 1 battle in this episode. Oh yes, definitely. Yep. Also, we get a chance to learn his backstory with the maid. Apparently, these two know each other since they were kids. And of course, there's a battle with Mr. Shiny Knife and Sweet Cake, which of course Cone has a thing for flirting with Mrs. Sweet Cake. Yes. And for some weird reason, I'm not sure why this is, he's always preventing these two from being split up. Yeah, I don't know what the reason is for it. It's this episode, the previous episode, where there was an attempt to slice these two in half. And well, he keeps trying to prevent it. Of course, he ends up leaving them, of course. And then a mech battle, which, of course, basically has where Ryogi basically brings forth his Tengu sword. And his maid comes with them. She's wondering what the heck is going on. Which, this is a first for the show, where we have a civilian inside the cockpit. But she will understand after this one battle, and she goes home, and she's, well, according to what I read, never seen the series again, presumably. But who knows? We might still come back. I mean, the series is still ongoing. There's something that she can't come back. But I gotta admit, the woman was very pretty. She's only 31. Yeah, she's gorgeous. But in the case 15, this is basically a big changing point in the show. It's like, oh, because, okay, so what is Tao Jun's plan? Well, her plan is simply this: to gather all the Sentai rings and find a husband. I should point out, though, she is a giant robot, and she wants to get married to somebody. And so must be her fated passenger, which the ring hunter volunteered basically to do that job, which, of course, I was hoping you'd say that. And the whole thing is trying to marry Tengu's sword. The reason? Apparently, she says she was created to be a countermeasure against him. Yes, where she feels she's an AI created by humans, and her subjects are created by her. So I'm like, who the heck created her? That's a good question. And why in the world would it need to counter Tengu's sword? Yeah, this basically was a complete mystery to me. It's like, oh, let's have basically Tengu Jun her plan in episode 15 of the show. Normally, stuff like this would happen toward the end of the show. Nope, this happens a quarter way through. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to marry Tengu's sword and basically change the world. And Tengu's sword is like, you're in the world. And then of course, you have Ring Hunter put a ring on Tengu's sword's finger. And then of course, he said, I was like, Your Majesty, you may kiss the bride, where she basically forces a kiss like two robots making out very briefly, and somehow creating the Prince of Destruction, which sounds like a bear. Yes. And then the whole world changes. But then it's the next episode. Oh yeah, we have another Gozyuger make a debut next episode. Yes. And the first scene is a repeat of the first episode's first scene. We have a guy try to run a convenience store that, well, Tano is at. And of course, the new guy basically handles no problem. Also, he refers to him as second generation because it's revealed he was the previous Genzu Wolf. And here's the thing. Not only was previous Genzu Wolf, he was also the champion of the previous ring battle. Who has wish granted? What the heck the wish was, don't know. They do explain apparently he was trapped. Okay, I'm going to review this place. It's referred to as the robot graveyard. Now, why the heck he was there, not really known. And this is a bit weird when it explains later on that apparently he was freed by the thing that became his mecha. Even though he was frozen in ice, it's really weird of how the heck they explain this. Also, his little bear that he's with his partner likes to charge people a lot of money. Like, the first thing was like about, 10 million yen? I get the fact he's trying to make money, but come on, do you need to charge that good price for his services? And every time, basically, he gives basically a thing, Tunnel basically tears up. Also, restores his memories. And he goes to find what happened at Half Century Cafe, where it's an open cafe and everybody's acting completely out of character. So it's up to him, and all of a sudden, later on in the episode, like, oh, they're restored to normal. I'm like, when the heck did that happen? And then they have to battle two number one monsters, who they've already beaten already. The Treasure Hunt one and the, because it was Treasure Hunt and, Party People. Yes, this was a surprise, basically, to see these two pop up again. For Party People number 1, he now appears in episode 4, and Treasure, I believe, was like episode 2. Yeah, I was like, really? They brought this guy back? Okay. And then they beat him, and then somehow, some way, the world is kind of back to normal. It's not very clear. And apparently he's now Goju Polar Bear. I love the suit, but I'm a bit confused here. What the heck is happening here with this? Yes, and then like after this is done, apparently, oh yeah, it keeps for Kirsty Cooper as second generation. Oh, his wish is to surpass Tengu's sword, become a god. Yep. That's the purpose of this guy. And then we have episode 17, Sports Day. Yep. And the whole thing with this one is the cafe manager's son. We have a lot of focus on him this episode, which I'm actually surprised the fact we actually have focus on him. A character who has barely been there. By the way, at this point, we appeared in episode 17. He only made appearances in the first 2 episodes, 7, 10, and 14. This is only his 6th appearance in the entire show. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, and of course, basically, obviously, the villain's referee is bribed because he works for them. Like with the Mao thing, is they were cheating, so he ignored it. Or the 3-legged race, basically, with the wrong rib, which they didn't know anything about it. Of course, it's like, wait, you lost. Like, wait, there was nothing said about engaging, which that was indeed true. They said nothing about engaging, but they lost because of the wrong ribbon. And third fight, basically, was basically a chicken fight, which, of course, they were able to win that. Not much issue at all. Though, that's because, basically, our new guy here, by the way, his name is Mashiro Kamada, who proceeds to bribe the referee with a golden mallet. And then he's destroyed by the end of the episode because Banquet decided to show up and have a race with him, and she lost. Okay. And then moving on to episode 18. It's a murder mystery. We discover that there's one of the villain's grunts found dead in the cafe's back patio area with a knife in his back. You're like, how the heck did this happen? And everybody's got, and of course, what's to say always everybody? Well, Roga's preparing him for his versa because he worships Tengu Sword. Tana was writing a resume, and let's see, Byakuya was live streaming, and yeah, you actually can prove the fact you're live streaming. It's not that hard to prove that at all. But what about in the case of Kenji? Throwing darts. Yep. And they're all suspecting, or Samiko she basically is not suspected because she was not there. She had just gotten there. And then we have the number one mystery people. Yeah, this comes to play later on in the episode. I gotta admit, unlike the previous couple episodes featuring the Mashiro, this one I thought was much better written. Excuse me. I like the whole mystery guy here. Oh, and Mission Number 1, he's voiced by the guy who voiced Engine Gunpowder from Gozyuger. Is, in fact, the character a nod set? Not really, no. Though there is some Gozyuger stuff in this episode. Yes, because Samiko decides to become Gohan Red. Oh, excuse me, Gohan. Gohan Red. So I almost forgot to mention this. She actually got a new ring last episode, episode 17. You see, in 13 she got the Giga Man ring, and in 17 she got the Gohan, which she used in episode 18. And Kinjo got a new ring. Yep. What ring is it? Kira Major, which he has briefly used in 17. Which you like? Yeah, I saw the suit and I knew about the crystal stuff for it, so it's the first one in the series I wasn't overly familiar with when it comes to stuff like this, but I don't have a problem with it at all, because at least I know what the suit looks like, I know its power, I may not know its story, because of course I'm not confused by it, because even though I haven't seen Kira Mage yet, I do plan to see it, but I wasn't overly confused. Now you're probably thinking, did the Air 2 get a new ring in episode 17? Did Ryogi get a new ring? No, he hasn't got a new ring. He actually got a ring in episode 14. He got the Car Ranger ring. Yeah. But Byakuya, did he get a new ring? No, he has not received any rings since episode 12. As in the case of Tano, he, of course, let's see, his last ring he received was actually in episode 9. And in a future episode, he's going to receive several rings. Oh my gosh, yes. He's going to keep receiving rings. At this point, right now, he only has 1, 2, 3, 4. He did have Ninjanger, but for some reason, this one went to Maseko for some reason. Somehow he got his hands on it. It's not very clear. He just randomly took it from him and froze it. Yeah, he doesn't have that anymore. So he clearly just has Dawn Brothers, Jetman, Time Ranger, Bokenger. He apparently has, well, it's never released yet here, but apparently in the movie he received the Go Ranger ring. Yeah. Oh, and the Murder Man. Yeah, he was a drinking buddy of Flame Candle. And this is his character's sole appearance. And apparently his name is derived from the main Robo from Panther Ranger. From for the Panther Rangers from Lupin Ranger versus Panther Ranger. That's where his name comes from, per se. Oh, and who's responsible for the murder mystery episode 18? Well, after everybody gets pretty much nearly killed, it turns out it was actually Machiko's little polar bear. He's responsible for it, eventually forgive them, and then we have a big fight between, well, Tano and Sanako use their own mechs to fight him, and then all of a sudden Black Gozyuger returns after he was destroyed back in episode 10. He's back here, and then something weird happens. Apparently, someone's using their own blade, it's obviously Ring Hunter, using Engine O, which is the mecha from Gozyuger, Gao King, and Shuriken O merged these three mechs with the course basically Daijujin to make Universe Daijujin. You're like, what? Yeah, that's, and of course he's moving on the Robos, and yeah, very interesting ending. I think people watch this episode at the time probably didn't think, oh crap, Black Daijujin's back. I don't think anybody's expected he would ever actually come back to the show. Especially since the thing was destroyed. He got a hole blown into him. But yeah, really good here. It's bad enough that the villains have got like a mech under their control. But it's obvious, based on the weapon I saw, it's obviously Ring Hunter piloting this damn thing. But it's interesting though, they turned basically a beloved icon like that, like Daijujin, who in Power Rangers was the very first Megazord, and yet he's merged with 3 other mechs to form this thing. Which, the most original thing they've done with him, aside painting him black. Yep, so yeah, that's pretty much it particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, more Super Sentai, and then it's on number 3 anime. Okay, next video. Bye.